Let's talk about law school admitted students days. I went to two of them. I honestly can't remember how many I went to, but I went and toured a bunch of schools. I definitely did two admitted students days that I can remember off the top of my head. So let's just talk about like going and seeing your school and stuff like that. I do think it's really important to go visit your law school, your future law school. I think you find out very quickly if this is somewhere you see yourself. For me, I was looking at different locations across the country, so it was very important that I did this. He's in some states and was like, absolutely not. But I think when it comes to admitted students days, people were asking outfits, stuff like that. I wore like jeans and a sweater a lot of times, just kept it simple. Definitely like don't have to dress up for them at all. Another thing a lot of people ask me is like, is it okay to go alone? It's 100% okay to go alone. You will be fine if you're someone who can like put yourself out there. And let's be realistic, to make friends in law school, you have to put yourself out there a little bit in the beginning. So I think it's good practice for that. Another thing that people ask, and I had this big question last year, I'm a K through JD. I brought one of my parents with me to one of mine, one that was like near my house. They wanted to come, and why not? And honestly, it wasn't weird. There were a lot of people who had their parents there, some people who had their partners there. Some people were there alone, and I thought nothing of it. I honestly didn't really think about who other people had brought with them. I don't think anyone's really thinking that. A little about why I think it's important. I did a tour of my school before I did an admitted students day, and on the tour of my school, I literally looked at I was there with my boyfriend, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna come here. I just don't think that I see myself here. And then after admitted students day, I was like, no, like I think I could see myself here. I like the people I met. Tours at the schools. Some schools I was able to like figure out whether or not I liked it. Some schools I was like, oh, I don't really know. But you found out pretty quickly, like based on what your priorities were, if you liked it or not. So like for me, like I prioritized scholarship, location, and like fit. Those were like my three things. I wasn't necessarily prioritizing prestige because I just kind of knew that I didn't want to do big law, so it didn't really matter for me. I like scholarship and location were the top two things for me. So I think if that's something that's really important to you, like really think about that when you're touring and make sure that you like the school. Fit is really important. Without my friends, law school would be literally awful. Like I can't even imagine how much harder it would be because I have such amazing friends and they make it as fun as you can make law school, and I still have days where like or weeks where I'm just miserable. So I cannot even imagine doing law school with people who I don't get along with. But I really do think it's important to see if you fit in the school environment, because every school is so different. Like I go to a commuter school, so I think a lot of the more social like schools, or schools where everyone's kind of in that area, they probably have more drama, or they have other stuff that go on. Like, and also you don't really have that much time to go out. Like if I'm being realistic, you just really don't. I do think you should go to the admitted students days if you can. Most important tip for admitted students day is that a lot of schools will give you a travel stipend. So make sure that you look in to see if your school has a travel stipend, and if you don't see anything online, just ask. If you're trying to go, just go ask. See if they have a travel stipend. Either they'll tell you, worst they tell you is no. Might as well ask.